Once you've decided what fabrics are going to go with what pattern pieces and you've put them all into little piles like this, then for anything that has a seam allowance and for the window panes, you're going to cut them out. And for anything that has double-sided interfacing like so, we are going to lay the double-sided interfacing pieces, give it a press first so you don't have any wrinkles, but then we're going to lay them out on the fabric so that they're all spaced out like so, and you're going to continue laying them out, and I might need to do a little bit of wiggling around to try and get all of these on here, or I've got some more of this stashed away so I could go get that, but get them all laid out like so, and then you're going to press them on so that then you're pressing the double-sided interfacing to the wrong side of whatever fabric it is you're using. So this is a felt, so it doesn't matter what side I'm using, but if it was a fabric, you're pressing it to the wrong side, and that's going to have this paper and the glue stick to it. So make sure you don't have anything hanging off like so, or you could end up with glue on your ironing board. And what I do recommend you do is, firstly, if there are instructions with the packet you got, check it to make sure you're using the right iron temperature. And then secondly, make sure to put a pressing cloth over the top to protect your iron. Some brands are worse for it than others, but often as you press this, as the glue melts, it seeps out from the edge sometimes, and then you can end up with little marks and glue stuck to your iron. If you don't have a pressing cloth, a really an old clean cotton tea towel, or just an old piece of quilting cotton in a light colour that's not going to leave marks, that would work the same, and you just put it over the top and then you press it. And for these, I would never press this all like this. What I'd recommend you do is lay it out how you want it and then press them one at a time. So I would take all of these off and I would just press this bit on, and then I'm going to put the next bit on however I've decided to do it. I need to what I often do is I'll take a picture of the layout on my phone so that then I can just keep referring to it and adding another piece back on, and that way what I do is I can get it all laid out neatly. Otherwise, when I put my iron on, sometimes just the action of putting the iron on and the heat will then cause these to move away, and then suddenly they can end up over the top of each other or not where you want them. So one at a time, get all of these pressed on for all of your different colours, and then after that we're going to go and cut them all out on these exact lines. So this one, you can see I've ironed it all on, I've given that a good press, and then I'm going to go around and I'm going to cut out all of these pieces exactly on the lines, and I'm going to go through and do that for all of my pieces. And then what I recommend you do, once you've got all of your pieces, which are just regular cutting out using the 1/2 inch seam allowance pieces, and your window panes and these all cut out like that, then group them by room. So this is the side wall / dining room, that's the pendant light, and then here's the cord, so I'm going to cut that out as well, and put them all in piles together so that by room. So then we're going to assemble all of them by room, and we're going to assemble all of the different sides and decorations and things, and then we'll put the table tent together at the end. So after you've cut all of these out, the next step is going to be decorating each wall piece, and you're going to end up with loads of little scraps like this. I keep all of this stuff. My kids play with it. We make little decorations and things out of it, or you can use it as stuffing if you're making things that and you know that the fabric is okay from a health and safety perspective. So cut all of these out and then pile them by room. I've done all my cutting out now, so I want to show you for the front exterior piece what I've got, and this has taken me quite a while, weeks in fact, to get all of this ready, but you could do it in a couple of days if you were doing the whole lot and just charging through it. This is one of the largest parts of the whole thing, is getting everything cut out. It gets faster from here, I promise. So this is the wall piece, so that's the actual what's going to be on the front of the tent. Then these are all of my bits that require lining and fabric, and I've got my roof trim here, I've got my windows, I've got my door gable, my plant pot. So all of these things are there. And then I've got an envelope where I've put everything else in it that I need for the front. And I'm going to keep these in envelopes away until I'm ready to use them, and I've just scribbled on the back what they are. This is the letterbox, that's the letterbox flap, that's the butterfly body, and you can see I've already put the markings on the back, the sunflower, and so I've got all of these bits. I might have to give them an iron before I use them because they've got a bit crumpled up. So if you've got a nice box or some envelopes to separate them all into, that's what I recommend. And then now we are ready to get started. Before we do, just a word on how the videos are organised. They are organised by which part of the tent we are working on, e.g. front exterior, back exterior, side, garage exterior, side bathroom interior, all of those. So you can skip ahead to the decorations and the bits that you want to see, but I do recommend watching the front exterior first, which is the first one I'm going to do, because I'm going to show you how to deal with things like the detail on the butterfly, like sewing on the face on the butterfly's body, for example, and how you attach all of these versus how you attach the ones with lining is different, and I'm going to step you through that in this first wall section. And then in the wall, so the first wall section will be quite long in the instructions, and then the wall sections thereafter will get much faster because I will have already showed you how to do it, and you're then just going to be doing it in the order together along with me. So here we go, let's dive in.